Cloud is back to Ever Crisis, so today we're going to be discussing his latest feature banner. I'm really excited about this one because it's finally not a limited banner, and also it's guild battle time, which is my favorite time to play Ever Crisis. Let's look into this banner and let's discuss should you pull on this banner, and also let's discuss some possible combinations that you could be thinking about using in the next guild fight. Right, so what do I think about this? One belt, two belt. It already meets the expectations of any design. Every Final Fantasy design needs to have at least two belts. I honestly love it. On a serious note, I love it. Look at this. It has the details of the rings. It has like a bracelet. And I love that the shoulder pad is moving. Oh, wait. Look at this. 3 more belts. 5 belts in total, which is really good. I love the googles. And look at this massive sword, dude. It has like a 4090 NVIDIA card here on the back, and it's going to be blowing steam, probably 5090 or something. 7th Heaven on the back. I love this. It's really good. I love this kind of like normal-ish looking designs that it could be part of the game. Like it could be maybe like a side quest. I love this. Now let's look into the stats, which is what we are here to discuss, right? Physical and Magic War plus 10 points, which is Physical and Magic Defense plus 15%. Frost Spell Cannon, Ice Ability Damage, Magic ability damage, 20%, 30%, plus 15 extra HP. This is a really solid outfit, similar to what we saw in Yuffie. So I guess the weapon is going to be magical. There you go, full throttle, 679 magic attack. And then with the cost of 40 TP, it does 1120% magical ice damage. This is the same as Vincent limited weapon, but in the magical department. Vincent is physical, Cloud is magical. He becomes, with this weapon, the single best DPS, the single target best DPS when it comes to magical, right? Then on top of that, magic attack increase mid to self, and it can go up to high. This is really selfish. It's good that they are adding a bit of roll compression, but it's really selfish because it's only focusing on himself, and we have seen Tifa, for example, she can buff everyone else magic attack, everyone else physical attack, and things like that. So then it's not really meeting all the power creep that we are seeing in the limited banners. And also this one is a bit new to me. I never read this thing. When hitting target's weakness, magical defense is decreased. This is like a really weird way to say magical defense down, but only applies when the target is weak to ice. Something that we need to try is if they have magical defense, invulnerability, right? Well, many bosses have. I don't think this will work, right? I don't think this is like a different way of applying the magical defense, the debuff. Therefore, I think I don't understand this. Why don't you just make it magical defense down? Anyhow, maybe this is a new way to slow down the power creep, which I don't think so, but anyway. What do you think about this thing? Are you going to pull on this weapon with what you know so far? I think it's going to be key for the guild battle. Magic attack 46 points, ice potency 39 points, and it also breaks circle seal. Right, the stats could be higher, of course. It could be 62 on any of these, but it's decent. It's decent, and the damage is really high. Now, you might be wondering, should you pull on this banner? Well, the good thing is it's a feature banner, so there is only a sense of urgency if you're going for the guild battle and if you want to score higher on the guild battle. But also we have a few options. Yuffie, I don't know if you have her, but this support weapon, it will last in your teams for longer, right? Because even though it does a bit less damage, the power of applying Spike Witness to every single ally is way more useful, and increased command gauge is really, really useful, right? And it will stay in your team for longer because of that. Like, we are likely to see other weapons superseding what this weapon is doing, or maybe like, for example, like introducing 1120 multiplied by 1.2 if something happens, right? It's likely that we will see that. But this roll compression is extremely good. So if I was choosing between the two, I would probably go for Yuffie. Also because in terms of the DPS, you need to go OB10. If you don't go OB10 and you just stay in the OB6 scale, you have other options like Yuffie weapon also have 940% magical ice damage. Yuffie used to be the best magical DPS dealer until today, right? She has this thing, the little red wreath, 940% magical ice damage plus 1.2. So she can be a fantastic DPS, right? Do you really need to pull Cloud to get the upper hand if you want to compete? I think you do if you want to compete, but if you don't want to compete, maybe it's good to wait and just skip the banner. Speaking of competing, right, I think it will be really useful to discuss, because I would love to get your thoughts on defeat stage 5 bosses 5 times. All right, this is interesting. So now you are forced to, they have changed the rules. All right, this is interesting. What do you think about this change? Oh, it's gonna slow down as well, like the number of times that we can clear everything, right? Pretty interesting. I wonder if, like, are we gonna see a full reset? Let's see how that will play out. It's early to say. I need to study this a bit better. But I wanted to discuss the team composition, right? So in the spirit of, like, you have options, right? For the guild fight, you want to see something like someone buffing the team. For example, if you have Crimson Staff, then you have magic attack plus magic defense down. Then you need to have Imperil, Eye Resistance Decrease, High. For example, Terra Rod or maybe Barret could help here, maybe Red 13. Then you have Yuffie as well. Also Seed. Seed has Enfeeble plus Ice Down. Yuffie is going to be my top DPS because I didn't pull on Yuffie's banner, 940% magic damage. And then Sephiroth, OG Sephiroth is back with Edge Wings. It's only 800%. Only 800%, but he can exploit weakness. So with this combination, I'm hoping to clear stage 3. It's early to say, I haven't tried. This is not the most optimal combination because you would like to see Cloud maybe, you know, if you want to compete, Cloud will replace Sephiroth. Maybe Zac could also be a play, right? Because if you have Zac OB10 weapon with exploit weakness and so on and so forth, maybe that could be the play. Maybe Kite Seed because you have haste, so then it can increase the number of times that Yuffie will hit. Could also be the play. There are multiple combinations, so it's about trying, and see where we go, right? So I just wanted to discuss this. What are you going to be using? Do you want to share that? Have you thought already about your team? So yeah, this is it. I didn't introduce myself. Maybe you know me already, maybe not. My name is Pliyo, and I love covering Ever Crisis content and also recently Ethereal Start. I play both games. So if you like this type of thing, please consider throwing a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching. Really, I would appreciate to continue the conversation so that we can learn from each other. Are you gonna be pulling on the banner? I think I'm gonna skip. I need to save crystals. I'm going to be like a really low spender on this game because I decided to spend on Ethereal Start, so I can only do in one game. I still play Ever Crisis. I still love Ever Crisis. So yeah, we'll be keen to hear your thoughts. Until the next time, cheerios. Bye-bye.